Good evening, everybody. This was so cool. It was so cool to come in and then see all the wonderful faces pop up. And I think the part that was really nice is to see many of you home together with your families. I am Kimberly Hurns. I am the Vice President for Instruction here at Washtenaw Community College. And we are so excited to have you all here. I'd love to say on campus. So if I say that by mistake, please bear with me. But we're so excited to have you all join us, all your family to join us here at your community college, Washtenaw Community College. And this reception is just an opportunity for us to say welcome to you, to welcome you to the college, for you to get to know and put some names and faces together. And although we'll be together virtually this semester, most of us, some of you will be on campus with your labs, it is still important. You'll still see us around in different ways. I think in our meet and greet, Peter Leshkovich was sharing some of the student activity things that we're going to do virtually so that people can get to know each other and people can connect, because again, we know that all those things are still so very important to your college experience. And before I introduce our president, I'm just going to give a couple of reminders about muting yourself, making sure you're muted if you're not talking. Please feel free to also use the chat to ask questions. There's tons of us here who are going to answer questions for you or hold questions to answer and get the answers for you. And then if you have any technical issues, if you see any freezing or anything, this is a great practice for what will happen this semester in your classes. Zoom it seems to be very intelligent enough as a system that it might ask you to turn your video off if your connections or anything are bad. So don't disconnect, just stay connected. We love to hear your voice if the video is not coming through as well. Without further ado, I would like to introduce our president, Dr. Rose Bellanca, to give you all greetings. Dr. Bellanca.
Thank you, Dr. Hurns. It's my honor to send my best wishes and congratulations to each of you for your well-deserved success, both academically and with your involvement in school and community activities, which is very important for a well-rounded individual. Although we can't gather in person, our virtual gathering today doesn't diminish our sense of joy and pride in your remarkable accomplishments as the recipients of one of these very special scholarships, the President's Scholarship or the Procaccini Honor Scholarship or the Excellence Scholarship. You are here today because you're exceptional. No one handed these scholarships to you. It's through your hard work and dedication and perseverance is what really brought you here and made you a scholarship recipient. But remember this, your scholarship represents much more than just putting money into a bank account and in turn paying your tuition. What the money actually represents is a gift of learning. Think about that gift of learning. It's priceless. And we're so glad that you chose WCC as your academic home for the next step in your educational journey. You will find that our faculty and our staff are knowledgeable, dedicated, and forward-thinking. I'm really proud of our faculty because they are teaching faculty. They could call themselves professors because they have the qualifications to be one, but when you're a professor, you profess. It doesn't really it's not an outcome. You know, maybe some of your parents have had professors. We teach, and we're very proud of that. So what we focus on is you. And it's very important to us that you learn. So you're the center of our focus. All our faculty have your best interests in everything they do. And they will guide you to build the skills you need for today's job market and for the jobs of the future. I just wonder what those will be. They're also available to share ideas and point you in the right direction. Like all of us, you might be feeling a sense of uncertainty that the COVID-19 pandemic has placed on all of us. So we need each other more than ever. We will be here for you as you start your classes in the fall with online learning, virtual classrooms, and lab settings that have your health and safety as your #1 priority. And I just want to add that one of the things that I have been doing since I've been the president at this college is I have lunch with the president. That's what it's called. And so since we've been with students, and they give me input in regards to how things are working. And I've continued to do those while we've been working virtually. And the most interesting part of that is when, I'm saying this because we just talked about virtual classrooms. The most interesting comment that they made in these sessions, and the one I'm most proud of, is the fact that the faculty worked with them. They worked collaboratively through the entire learning process. And I'm very, very proud of that. And I promise you that every resource will be available while you learn virtually. We have a wide array of student and academic services to support your studies. There will also be many ways. You just met Pete Leskovich. You could tell he's very energetic. He's an idea a minute, and he's great at what he does. But there will be many ways for you to become involved with campus activities and clubs as we welcome you to the WCC family. Let me close by reminding you that the gift of learning extends much farther than our doors. And maybe your parents have told you this, or maybe your grandparents have told you this. I know my parents always told me this. Education is a gift that can never be returned or taken away from you. I can't think of a better investment. So I wish each of you a very warm welcome to our college, which is now your college. Congratulations on a job well done. Dr. Hurns? Thank you.
It's funny for us not to be able to clap and not.
Thank you very much.
So thank you so much. Thank you so much, Dr. Bellanca. And so I think there is going to be a presentation that I do believe is going to come up, and I'm going to talk a little bit more about just the academic supports. I think Dr. Bellanca did a wonderful job introducing the ideas of all the things that are still going to be here to support you no matter what, And so one of the things that you all can't see that all of us can appreciate is that in between the boxes of you and your family members tonight are a lot of staff. There's staff and the deans, and these people are all here to support you. As you start classes on Monday or next week, you're gonna get some phone calls from some of our staff reaching out to you to make sure you're connected to all the support services that you need. So again, it's very important for you to understand that there's academic and support services that still will exist around all of you all, no matter that we won't be seeing each other physically on campus every single day. So I am going to, and I think most of them are here and can wave, I am going to introduce, and sometimes this won't be easy for you to know depending on what classes you're taking. So sometimes you might be taking a class that is specific to the major that you have, sometimes you may not. But we have 5 academic deans at the college, and they're here on this slide. Dean Jimmy Baber, he is the Dean of Advanced Technologies and Public Service Careers. Dean Eva Samolsky, she's the Dean of Business and Computer Technologies. Dean Valerie Greaves, she's over our Health Sciences Division. Dean Scott Britton, humanities, social, and behavioral sciences. And both he and Dean Victor Vega, who's over math, science, and engineering technologies, those are our general education deans. So you may take classes in their area and have questions or need support or have some kind of concern. Please feel free to reach out to those deans if you don't know where to go. They're really fun. I think Dean Samosky typed in the chat to have fun. They're really fun. They're everyday, normal people. So it's not like going to the principal's office where you feel like if you got to go talk to the dean, you're in trouble. But they're here to support you. And they can, an email to them is not going to hurt, and it's going to get you directed in the right direction. If you have any questions or concerns or something doesn't feel or seem right, please reach out to them. And in a lot of cases, because we are virtual, that might be the quickest or easiest way for you to get a quick answer. But again, all of us are here to help. We're going to go to the next slide, and I'm going to talk a little bit about what is it going to seem like next week when we're starting school and you got to show up to your classroom. So one of the things to think about is that at Washtenaw Community College, your classroom and the hallways of your classroom exist within our learning management system, Blackboard. So you'll hear us talk often about Blackboard and did you log on to Blackboard? It's in Blackboard. The syllabus is in Blackboard. So as you think about walking through the hallways, we want you to think about Blackboard. So even when you log on to Blackboard, you're going to see a lot of information. There's going to be information and support services, activities and events that are taking place that will be presented to you as soon as you log into Blackboard. But one very important thing to think about when you log into Blackboard, you see this red circle that I have presented here that says online learning. At any point, if you're struggling with how to do something in Blackboard, or you just don't feel confident or familiar with something that's in Blackboard, we want you to dig into online learning. That online learning tab is going to have information and videos and resources to help you figure out how to navigate and do things in Blackboard. And again, that doesn't say that you couldn't reach out to your faculty member for your specific classes, but many of you might want to dig in early, or it might be kind of late at night and you're just trying to figure something out. Online learning is going to be a great resource for you. And please pay attention to the information that you see when you first log into Blackboard. Consider those to be our bulletin boards like you would on campus in any of our academic buildings. When you log into each one of your classrooms, and we want to make sure that you could find the support that you needed right at your fingertips. One click away is what we've been talking about over the last few months as we've been preparing for you to come to campus. Your success team, you can connect very easily to your success team. And your success team is going to include people who are your advisors, any of your academic coaches, and any other support that's going to help you academically or with any other support to get through any of the things that you need. Linda Blakey's going to talk a little bit more about the success team as safety and support. So any other safety and support information that you might need. We're throwing a lot of information at you at one time. It's not for you to remember everything all at once, but to remember that resource is there and it's a click away when you need it. Academic dates, if you have questions about when classes start or when classes might end, what the midterm of the semester is, if you have any questions about, withdrawals or just anything like that, add and drop, you might want to move one class to another. Under that academic dates button, you can click right there and it will take you directly to academic dates. Ask a librarian. This is a really, really nice tool in that if you click there, it'll take you right to a resource where you can ask a question right away, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, and get help from a librarian. Study help. We have a lot of resources that come out of our Learning Commons where we have tools like Circle In. It's a brand new app that we're introducing this fall, and you'll get more information about it. But anything that's tutoring, study help, and tutoring here at Washtenaw Community College is free. It does not cost money at all. And workshops, there's a lot of proactive workshops to help you think about time management, how to use a calculator for your math class, math anxiety, working with fractions. Any of those things that can help you study better and be more academically successful in your courses, you're going to be able to find it right there at that study help button. And then tech help. For many of you all, you might not be as comfortable with Office 365 or Blackboard or the tool we're using right now, Zoom. So you might want to know a little bit more about it or get a quick crash course in those tools. There's workshops and support ready to help you. So again, logging on to that tech help area is going to get you right there. The wonderful thing about these resources is that they're going to show up in every single one of your courses. So if you're looking for information, click any, go inside of your course, and on that left-hand side, you'll see these resources right lined up for you. So again, don't worry about remembering every single thing. Just know that there's comforting and resources right there with you in every one of your classes. And again, all of these resources come out of our library. So I'm going to show you some quick information on ways to connect. You'll learn a lot about all of our different social media channels as well. Next slide, please. So again, on Facebook, you can look for the Bailey Library. And one of the things that's nice about the Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter that's introduced here is that every single day, they're always presenting study tips and tutor tips and ideas, feature Fridays, and things that can really keep you connected from an academic standpoint and really support your journey to be successful in your courses. The phone number for our library services and a quick email is also there as well. And just because we have your families with us, I'd also like to note that our library has a lot of really wonderful community resources and databases that are open to all of our community. And so when our library is normally physically open, it is a great way for us to connect to our community. And when we're back live on campus at some point, we would definitely welcome you to come to our library as one of our open resources for our community. So again, when you think about academic supports, don't worry about everything all at once. Tackle one thing at a time. And just remember, we've tried to position as many resources at your fingertips as we can, so that as you're logging into your classes and as you're inside of your classes, if and when you need help, it's always a click away. And again, we're all here to support you and to help you be successful. So please do not hesitate to reach out to any of those resources, as well as reaching out to the deans. They are really, really, really cool, normal people. And they are always excited to talk to students before we have a challenge. And we're all here to help you. So I'm gonna turn it over now, I do believe, to Vice President Blakey, who's going to talk about some other support services that we offer at the college.
Hello, everyone. I also have a slide presentation. I'm really glad to see that we have so many students that are participating in our scholarship reception tonight. It's great to see everyone. I'm really excited that you're able to come to Washtenaw this year. And I'm going to talk a little bit about, Dr. Hurns talked about kind of your academic supports, but I'm going to talk about some of the other student supports that we have on campus. So my slide presentation, please. Next slide. So again, we're going to talk about the support services. So keep in mind, we have an area called Student Connections. When we're on campus, it's on the second floor of Student Center, where we have all the other kind of areas of support. But Student Connection can answer any questions you might have on your registration, schedule, grades. If you have an address or residency change that needs to happen, they can assist you with that. You can apply for graduation there. You can request a transcript. So anything that has to do with your schedule, transfer credit, maybe if you had some AP credit and you want to know if it got posted or not, Student Connection staff can help you with that, and you can email them or use that phone number. Next slide. Financial aid. So financial aid, even though we're remote, that's what's been really wonderful about student services is even though we've gone remote in the middle of March, we've continued to provide all the services that we normally would have provided on campus or that we do provide on campus. If you've got financial aid, if you have any documents, you can easily upload those documents using your phone or a laptop or a computer for any documents that you might need for financial aid. We encourage everyone to fill out a FAFSA. So even if you think, oh, my family makes too much money, we're never going to get financial aid, it's always good to fill the FAFSA because FAFSA can lead to other types of aid. Our foundation grants are given out based on the FAFSA. We also have the CARES grant, which we'll talk about in a minute. And those are all based on having the FAFSA, which is the free application for federal student aid. It doesn't cost anything to fill out, but it makes other things and other money available. Next. So the WCC CARES grant, the government has provided colleges and universities that were disrupted due to the pandemic. It allows us to give grants to students. So the CARES grant, as long as you have your 2021 FAFSA on file, and again, it doesn't cost any money to file your FAFSA, you can apply for a CARES grant. You can apply for computers, laptops, internet technology, childcare. Maybe you need some special software for your computer for some classes. Those are all areas that are supported by the CARES grant. We'll start mailing out checks on September 10th, and that would be right after attendance is verified. So you apply for the CARES grant, financial aid would a note that you are eligible for it. And then once you attend at least just one of your fall classes, the money would get mailed directly to you. Next. We have a new Dean of Students, Tracy Johnson. So the Dean of Students office, we have a report of concern. It's a link on the bottom of all of our web pages. Students or community can submit any concern that they might have. We look at everything. We want to remind everyone that if you're in a mixed mode lab class with an on-campus component, you've been notified and your faculty will work with you about completing the COVID-19 essential safety training. It's going to be really important as we move into the fall semester that all of the campus and course safety protocols, and there could be different course protocols for each of your courses. Are you in a kind of a health lab class? Are you in a welding class? Each particular class will have its own safety protocols along with the campus protocols. So it's really important that everyone follows those to ensure the health and the safety of the campus community. Next. So in our counseling and career planning, we have advisors and counselors that can provide academic advising, career planning. Maybe you started in a program and you're not sure if that's going to be a good fit for you. We have some career planning tools that you can go through and look at and have an advisor and a counselor work with you and figure out maybe with an interest survey what careers might be aligned with those interests. We have personal counseling that we provide. We can do program changes, again, career assessment, transfer questions. If you're not sure where you're going to transfer, we can answer transfer questions about any 4-year or 2-year other institution that you might want to be thinking about transferring to. We also have licensed professional counselors. We're available providing services. And again, because we're not on campus, those counseling services will be provided through telecounseling. All the counselors have finished their telecounseling certification. They can provide services Monday through Thursday, 8 to 7, and Friday, 8 to 5. We also have our campus assistance program, and that provides counseling services 24/7, 365 days a year. So that provides that support no matter what, if it's 2 in the morning and you want to talk to someone, the CAP services can provide that support to you. Next. Our Student Resource Center provides support for attendance costs for books, tuition, bus tokens. We have an agreement with the Ann Arbor Area Transportation Authority, and it provides free service for any student leaving campus. So if you have your student ID, you can get on the bus, and the buses are still running because we're close to St. Joe's Hospital. The bus routes to Washtenaw are still running. You can just get on the bus and it'll take you wherever you need to go home. If you needed additional bus tokens to get to campus, the Student Resource Center can help students who are in need of that. Next. Next, please. Our Learning Support Services offer students, if you have a documented disability, they can provide advising, accommodations, and other services to help you be successful in your classes. Next. Our help desk, we provide a 24/7 support help desk. So if you're having a technical problem, you have a password issue that you're having problems with, the help desk is open 24/7, 7 days a week to help you with any questions that you might have. If you're having some technical issue with Blackboard, it might be acting up. Again, you can use the Learning Commons, or you can also use the help desk for some of those support services. Next. And just put any questions or comments in the chat and we can follow up with those. Thank you.
All right, thank you, Linda. Now, Pete Leshkovich, if you'd like to take over and do your presentation about the Student Activities Office, that'd be awesome. Oh, Pete, you're on mute.
All right, I think you can hear me. Should I share my screen or is there a presentation loaded? Scott? All right, so I want to welcome everyone to the Wolfpack. If you don't know, we are WCC Wolfpack, and this is our mascot, Alpha. This was created by the sports department in collaboration with the student body a few years ago, and we're really proud of our name, really proud of our Wolfpack and kind of what that means to us of all coming together. So my name is Pete Leshkovich, and I'm Director of Student Development. Next. And in student development, we have student activities, student organizations, we have WCC Sports, the Washtenaw Voice newspaper, and Phi Theta Kappa Honor Society. And I'm going to tell you a little bit about the virtual activities coming up for each of those areas in fall 2020. Next. So with student activities, we are doing a Welcome Week Summit that will happen in the last week of September. We're just kind of organizing right now, getting it together. But it's really cool. You're going to learn about clubs, you're going to learn about different departments, and we're also working with some outside vendors to try to get some prizes and possibly some freebies where if you stop by a local restaurant, you might be able to get a free slice of pizza or something like that. We're also doing our Red Cross blood drive. We're looking at the possibility of an in-person hiking event that would be a very limited number of students, but your safety is really our priority, so anything in person is not a guarantee. We're just kind of planning to see if we can go that direction. With student activities, other things going on, we have our digital talent show that'll be happening. We have Coffee with the President. If you heard Dr. Bellanca talk about lunch with the President, now she's doing virtual coffee with the President. We have a global discussion series and many more virtual activities. So you're going to get emails monthly from student activities, and you just click on the links, you'll learn more about what's going on, and we're going to get you hooked up with the fun stuff. Next. In student organizations, we usually have about 30 to 35 clubs on campus that are active. And when I say active, they usually have anywhere from 10 all the way up to like 70 members. And in those clubs, basically any student can create a club based on their interest and find other people who have similar interests. So we encourage you to develop your leadership skills, hold your meetings, and we really just guide you through that process of how to become a club, how to operate a club, how to work with budgets, how to plan events. And this is a really cool office because when you get involved with student organizations, you're going to learn that you can bring your ideas to life. We actually have mini grants that are about $250, where if you create an event and have an idea and want to create an event, we can actually help you out with that and guide you through that, but we can also provide some funding if it meets the criteria rubric of the mini grants. In organizations, we're also going to have social events throughout the semester. We may have limited in-person events, and we'll have a virtual leadership summit where we're actually going to bring leaders, past students, plus other leaders in the community to talk to the students and kind of do a networking event. Next. With WCC Sports, we're very proud of our new monthly eSport tournaments. We're really trying to build that program. So if you're interested in video games, we want you to get involved. And we're going to be creating a club team that's the official team of Washtenaw Community College. We stream on Twitch. We're just getting going right now, so it's a really cool opportunity to kind of come in at that ground level and help us create this team. We're also doing a virtual cross-country season, as well as a virtual dance season. You're more than welcome to join that. That's for males and females. We're hoping to do some in-person intramurals like golf and tennis, and we're going to have a whole bunch of virtual sports activities like movie brackets, online group workouts, fitness competitions, and where it's basically a checklist, an online checklist, where you can experience different things that relate to that office. You can build your soft skills, and you can actually put that on your transcript. Next. All right, so what it looks like is you'll have different domains, and then you'll have item checklists that you'll go down. And when you go down those items, you're going to cross them off, and it's going to be recorded in our Campus Connect system. I'll give you, you can see the URL right here. So how many of you have cell phones? Can I see a show of hands? Raise your hand. All right, so this is not a classroom where I'm going to tell you not to use your cell phone. I'd like you to get your cell phone out, and if you're interested in anything that I'm saying, open up the camera, take a picture of the slide, make sure you get the URL, the emails, anything I give you. So make sure to get the URL, and I'll show that again. So next, when you get into pathways, you're basically going to find a pathway that meets your interest. You'll be guided through it and show you kind of how to get involved all the way through the end of the program. And it'll give you opportunities to network and really dive in and give you kind of a roadmap on as to how to get really active in student life. Next. And I know that you all love scholarships, and I'm very proud of you for receiving the scholarship. But as you know, when you apply for scholarships, you really got to show people that you're active. You know, you're an active citizen within the community that you're going into. So when you look at four-year schools, they're going to ask, have you volunteered? What were you involved with on campus? They're going to kind of get a feel of who you are. And so we have a co-curricular transcript, and every item you cross off in your pathway, as well as everything else you do on campus, you can actually submit into your co-curricular transcript, and you can have a PDF to submit with your next scholarship application. If you want to transfer, you can submit it with that. Or even if you're going to an employer to get a job, you can show all the experience that you've gained outside of the classroom at WCC. Next. All right, so get out your cameras, take a picture. If you're interested in any of the areas that I talked about, please take a picture of the slide and get these email addresses. I'm also going to drop my email address into the chat, so you can copy and paste if you'd like. And the last thing I want to leave you with is, if you really want to be successful, get involved. This is the time for you to build your network, meet other people with similar interests, explore new interests, and really, kind of build your portfolio that you can take with you, and your skill set that you can take with you to your four-year college and beyond. So thank you for your time. I greatly appreciate it. And I'm going to drop my email in the chat right now. Please do not hesitate to contact me. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Pete. We really appreciate you being here and talking to our students about such awesome activities. There were a couple questions I think that students had.
Sure.
If you have time to ask them, they seem pretty quick. One student asked if there's any softball opportunities.
Now, we normally run softball, but with COVID-19, we are limiting the club sports to really safe sports like the cross country, the competitive dance, or distance sports. Softball will return, but this semester we are going to kind of get that social group together online of students interested in softball, and we're also looking at the possibility of some group conditioning workouts for those students.
All right, and then I think one more question. Someone asked if they were asking about the summit.
All right, for the Welcome Summit, I'm assuming it's a Welcome Summit. It'll be yes, it won't be at WCC, it will be a virtual summit. And so we're gonna have a series of virtual meetings on Zoom where you can drop in and meet club members, meet different departments. We're gonna have some keynote speakers, and it'll basically be a 3-day exploration of all the things that you can get involved with and the resources that we have at the college. The third day will be a really fun day where we're doing a lot of virtual activities like trivia, scavenger hunts. We've done breakout rooms online and different things like that. So that combined with prizes, giveaways, and hopefully we'll get some businesses to chip in and offer some, free items for WCC students. I'm really excited about the Welcome Summit. So.
Thank you so much. That does sound really awesome. All right, so I think we're going to move on to our next speaker. So we are very excited to have the speaker with us tonight. Her name is Esther Ayers, and she can introduce herself a little bit more. But she is the parent of one of the current recipients from 2019 of one of the scholarships. So we just wanted to give a bit of kind of that parent and family perspective. So if we could have Esther's presentation pulled up, that would be great. And Esther, you can take it away whenever you're ready.
Thank you, April. Yes, thank you. Good evening. My name is Esther Ayers, and I'm a proud mother of 4 young men. In addition, I'm a non-traditional student that is pursuing a PhD in Chicano Latino Studies program at Michigan State University. I am proud to say my academic trajectory started here at WCC as a non-traditional student. Next slide, please. Equally important, it might be helpful to know that my father also attended WCC. Hence, there are 3 generations of oral stories that we share in our home about the advantages of WCC. Next slide, please. As a mother of 4 young men, I am proud to report that 3 of our 4 sons attended Washtenaw Community College. Our oldest son, Zeke, did 1 term at WCC, then was able to get his grades back up to get accepted into Grand Valley State University, where he graduated with a history degree. Then our second son, Douglas, graduated from GVSU in the nursing program and is now working on applying for a DNP program at GVSU. Our third son, Luke, just received his associates in general studies from WCC. He will transfer to Eastern Michigan University to obtain a minor in exercise science and a BSW. Our youngest son, Noah, will be entering his 2nd year at WCC. Next slide, please. Since Noah was a recipient of the WCC's President Scholarship, I would like to talk about the influence its financial support had on our family. As a result of the scholarship, Noah's purchased essential tools that helped him navigate his academic endeavors. Not only have the funds been used to purchase a new laptop, but he also tapped into ways to be strategic with his budget in supporting his academic goals. Some of those strategic plans included Noah finding a job outside of WCC in order to help him sustain the lifestyle he wanted. However, because he has a scholarship, he does not have to spend as much time at work. Therefore, more time can be dedicated to his studies and extracurricular activities. Next slide, please. My husband and I are very supportive of Noah and our 3 young men. We believe that WCC provides a space where students can learn and prepare for the next steps of their life journey. The scholarships have been a true blessing and help us feel a sense of security and peace of mind, especially during these difficult and ever-challenging times. In our home, we work hard at valuing family and education. We also work on respecting and honor health, both physically and mentally. We are proud parents of Noah. His passion and advocacy for the Best Buddies program is both inspiring and empowering. Indeed, students from all walks of life deserve equal opportunities, which means more than just a statement. According to Noah, it means actions. Next slide, please. As we continue to navigate these difficult times, one coping strategy that we have tapped into has been doing things the old school way, which entails valuing oral histories, listening to music, being physically active, embracing nature, and doing artwork. I share this piece of artwork so you too can see how my household has coped during these times of adversity. These are coping strategies that we will continue to use as we navigate through our academic endeavors. Next slide, please. I will end with a familiar quote well known within our familia by Cesar Chavez. Quote, "Once social change begins, it cannot be reversed. You cannot uneducate a person who has learned to read. You cannot humiliate the person who feels pride. You cannot oppress the people who are not afraid anymore. We have seen the future, and the future is ours." End quote. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Esther. I wish we, like Dr. Hearn said before, I wish we could applaud and everyone could hear it. So, you know, you can just do that. Everyone can see the applause. Thank you. So thank you so much again for being here. We really appreciate it. And I'll introduce quick our next speaker. So our next speaker is a scholarship recipient from 2017. And I've had the pleasure to actually work with this student. I supervised him for about a year, and he has received a couple different scholarships along with the Excellence Scholarship in 2017. And so I will kind of turn the floor over to him, and he doesn't have a presentation, so Scott, don't worry about that. So without further ado, everyone, please welcome Isaiah.
Hi, my name is Isaiah Hurns. Good afternoon. I hope you guys are having a good day thus far. I wanted to take some time to tell you guys my experience at Washtenaw Community College as an Excellence Foundation Scholarship recipient. I will first say it was not easy. The reason that I say that it wasn't easy at all, because you know, in the back of your mind, you're on a scholarship, so you have to be self-disciplined. I couldn't go hang out with my friends like I wanted to. I couldn't go just take a nap whenever I wanted to. I had to be self-disciplined, but also not take my scholarship for granted. My scholarship could easily be taken away from me that easy. I went to Arbor Prep High School. My bad. I went to Arbor Prep High School, which is down the street from Lincoln High School. I struggled at times in high school. I retook my SAT 3 times and got the same exact score every single time. I started to doubt myself and think that I wasn't good enough and that I wasn't going to be able to get into college. I had to come to a realization that I had to go to Washtenaw Community College. And looking back on my decision to go into WCC, I don't regret it. I have been on scholarship since fall 2017, and I still am on scholarships. I have been blessed to work in 6 different departments while I was also getting my associate's degree, and now working on my bachelor's degree. You guys come into Washtenaw and don't feel like you guys are less than others that are at a university. Reasons I say that is because you guys are saving a lot of money. Classes are smaller, so you can really connect with your teachers and have a hands-on experience that you probably wouldn't get anywhere else. Also, if you get your associate's degree and want to get another degree, you'll probably have less time at a university than others that are there because your credits will transfer over. For example, I have 60 credits that I was able to transfer to EMU from my video production degree to go after my bachelor's in marketing. And because of that, it will only take me 2 years to get my bachelor's, then 4 years, because I decided to stay where I know my connections and where I could really save money, and even I couldn't pay to go to a university at a time. I say all this to say that you guys made a good decision to go to WCC, but I want you guys to also have the self-discipline. It isn't easy, but I believe in you guys. I know that you guys can do it. Another thing is, don't feel so closed in because you're on a scholarship. Have fun in college. Really have fun. Really meet people and connect with people, because you won't get all this back. So get all the education you can get and have fun and have a fun experience, college experience. That's my story, and I hope you guys will have a really good rest of your day. And I hope you guys really take in what I said, because being on a scholarship recipient, there's the good and bad, but being on a scholarship, it really helps you out. A lot of opportunities come from it, and it's just a good. It makes you feel good having a scholarship and knowing that you work hard towards that, and it's amazing. So yeah.
Thank you so much, Isaiah.
Thank you.
Applause. We really appreciate you taking time to come chat with our 2020 scholarship recipients. Again, thank you. Yep. So I am actually the next speaker. I also don't have a presentation, so it'll just be me. So let's see. So I just wanted to welcome everyone again and thank you for being here. Thank you, Isaiah, for your words of wisdom to our incoming scholarship students. We really appreciate you being here tonight to share your insights. So let me introduce myself. My name is April Shuffler Martin, and you should have seen a welcome email from me last week, I believe. I'm your first year success coach at WCC. I am the person who will be here to connect you with all of the wonderful resources WCC has to offer, and many of them that we have talked about tonight. So anytime you have questions or concerns about something and you don't know who else to go to, you can contact me. Anytime you're facing a challenge, whether it is academically or even personally, please reach out to me and then I can help you or I can refer you to someone who can help. I have a lot of connections at WCC, so I know pretty much all the resources out there. So I'm really here to connect you with what you need to succeed. So you can reach out to me and I will also be reaching out to you. You will be receiving emails from me throughout the semester. If there is only one takeaway you get from what I say tonight, let it be this. Please check your email. I think a lot of students miss out on fantastic opportunities and resources available to them simply because they don't check their WCC email. And a pro tip, you can make your WCC email get forwarded to a personal email, so you don't have to log back and forth. And email is the main channel of communication that we utilize, so please tune into it. And this is especially important to stay connected during these times when most of our classes are going to be virtual or online. So we at WCC truly care about you, and I am one of the many support systems you can come to for help. Do not be afraid to ask for help, and do not wait until it's too late to come see me or someone else. Be proactive. Utilize your resources before you get into a bad situation, if at all possible. As one of my colleagues says, don't sit in a burning house if you don't have to. So that's what we're here to do, is help you get ahead of that situation before you even have to worry about a house burning down all over top of you. So I hope that your time at WCC is used to its fullest potential. As we have said tonight, we have so much to offer you, but we also know that you have so much to offer our campus community as well. And we can't wait to see how you will grow during your time here. We're honored to be able to support you along your journey. We will also be sending you a welcome package in the mail with a t-shirt in it. So please be on the lookout for that in the next few weeks here. And then please wear that t-shirt and other swag items that are in there. Please feel free to use them, because even though we are not on campus, we still want you to be WCC proud. And so if you have any questions at all, please feel free to contact me. As I said, I sent you an email before, and my email is all over the registration and confirmation emails and stuff. So you should have my contact info. And again, I'm here to help. So congrats again to everyone. And thank you for coming out tonight. It was really great to see you and your families. And we hope you all have a great year.
Thank you.
You're very welcome. I'm excited to connect with all of you.